Well, after the quite frankly ridiculous transfer window that we had yesterday, it is finally time to see if this squad is good enough to take on the National League. First two games coming up right now. And we do start off with an away match against Hartlepool United, who I believe are meant to be pushing for the playoffs from the National League this season. And then the second match of the episode, to be determined actually, because I would like us to get through roughly around the end of August, so that way if any more transfers do come in, then I will be able to show them to you in this video. And speaking of the transfers, we went through all of them in in Monday's episode. So if you haven't seen that episode, I encourage you to go and do so. We go through all the players in more depth. In particular, this guy, Tommy McDermott. Now tell me, when you see this player, when you have a look at his attributes, he doesn't scream National League, does he? No, he screams Football League, which makes it damn near ludicrous that we actually got him at this level. We had to pay him a stupid amount of money, by the way, £1,300 per week, and I did mess up the minimum fee release clause. I thought that was a relegation release clause. That is my fault. I do have a plan though to try and solve that. I will come to that later on in this episode. But overall, he is a League 2 player with potential to be League 1. So the fact he came to us is amazing, considering there were other clubs in for him as well, but I think we were paying the most wages out of all of them. At least I like to think so. And the wages we're paying him are actually pretty standard now for at least the top half of the National League. I mean, York City are predicted to finish top of the league. In fact, here they are. They're predicted to finish top, to go straight up, and a lot of their players are on like £2,000. A few of their players are on £2,000 a week. Apparently, Liam Moore, this guy, is potentially on 4,000. He could be on 4,000 a week for all we know. For goodness sake, that's just far too much. We weren't obviously going to be able to pay that money. We're not crazy, but at the same time, paying £1,300 for a club that is officially professional as well. That's the wrong screen I wanted to go to. I mean, yes, we were semi-pro, I believe, in the National League North last season, and now we've gone professional. I honestly do not remember seeing that news item coming up at the end of last season, so that caught me by surprise in the last episode. But overall, we are predicted to finish mid-table in the National League this season. We're predicted to finish 14th, which I would absolutely take. For a newly promoted side, I would take that. But I think we do have an opportunity, maybe, depending on today's episode, of pushing a bit further than that. I would love to get top half. I would be ecstatic if we got anywhere near the playoffs. As you can see, Hartlepool have predicted to finish 7th. Hartlepool's going to be a tough test. A former Football League team. They've been in the National League, though, for a good few years now, so they're quite settled at this level, whereas we are just coming to it for the first time in a few years. Kings Lynn have been here before. I haven't. So, this is going to be the starting 11 for the first game of the season. There have been a number of changes. Tom Wooster is in goal, a new starter goalkeeper to replace Logan Stretch, whose loan finished at the end of last season. 6'3" goalkeeper. He's got good agility, good aerial reach. He's a good goalkeeper for this level. Very, very happy with him. Lavigne, we already know, at left back. Doherty is back at centre back. Ling is at right back. Partnering Doherty is Iweka. Sorry, I'm going to have to get used to these names. Temi Iweka, 27-year-old English centre-back. He is physically decent. He's certainly got the technical attributes that we need from him. And his positioning is pretty decent as well. So, the only downside really, he's only 6 feet tall. Would like him to be a few inches taller. But he is he might be a decent player for this level. He should be okay. We've brought him in from Eastleigh. So he has played at National League before. Fine. He's done the lower league tour. And looks like he was formerly of Dartford, apparently, where he came through. Who knows? Either way, he's done the non-league rounds. Morgan Williams in defensive midfield as the box-to-box. Truman is our defensive midfielder. He's another new signing, Ben Truman. Star player as well, so he will be partnering McDermott. And yeah, he's okay. He's not great, but he's someone who can just sit in that deep line role, deep line playmaker, box to box defensive midfielder role. Probably not box to box, but he's someone who can just sit in that role and just hopefully dictate the play. Comes in from Liverpool though, another Premier League pickup, and he's good enough for this level. He will be partnering McDermott's for the most part, but McDermott picked up an injury about a week before the season started, naturally. He is okay to be on the bench, but he won't be starting. Lambert is on the left wing. He signed a new contract in the end. Coombs is our only loan signing so far. 19-year-old right winger and left winger from QPR. Good for this level. He's got the physicals. Mentally not stupid as well. And he's played one game in the Championship for QPR. That will do. That will do. I think he'll be a decent option on the right wing. Mateo signed a new contract. He's staying up front. So in fact, he's going to be a deep line forwards. Not a target forward. Deep line forward. And new signing is that Joe Bevan? Yeah, Joe Bevan. 22-year-old Scottish striker / winger. Physically, very good for this level. Good National League player. He comes in from Burnley. Apparently he's played in the Premier League. I didn't even clock that. He's played one Premier League game. That's fine. He's also played in League 2 as well. As far as I'm concerned, he's half decent then. So this is going to be our starting 11. There's going to be a few names on the bench as well you might recognise. Keane Flannery signed a new contract. In fact, he's the only player from last season who is on the bench. In fact, Jordan Green is still here as well. I'm trying to get rid of him. He is listed. I think everybody else, though, is actually new. Except for Goff and Daly, because they're youth players, which is fine. They're just there to fill out the squad. I haven't even looked at the loan market properly. And we've brought in a good number of players who I think will do the business in the National League. Let's see how we do, though, against Hartlepool today. And see where we are strong, where we still need to improve. I think we do have an opportunity here to actually surprise quite a few teams. One of them could be Hartlepool. We'll see. But the plan, by the way, for a player like McDermott, because of that botch up with the minimum fee release clause, which is a shame. Yep, match signs are off. That's good. It's a shame I botched up the minimum fee release clause, but what I hope to do before January is be able to give him a new contract where we put a minimum fee release clause. So if we do lose him, or more to the point, when we do lose him, because I doubt he's going to be here beyond January, League 2, League 1 clubs will be sniffing around at him most likely. Then at least if we have a minimum fee release clause on him, we will be able to make some money off of him, and that's a very poor goal to concede. It was a deflection in the end. I can't blame Wooster for that. I think he was going to save it. Let's just have a look at this. It's been less than 2 minutes into our National League adventure. We're already 1-0 down. Miney didn't have to shot. It was Ferguson. Yeah, it was deflected. That's just unfortunate. Come on, boys, pick your head up. I've got quite a few players who have got some good determination in the summer as well, so their heads shouldn't drop too much when they go behind. Poor pass there. I can see what Doherty was trying to do, but it was just sloppy. Oh my gosh, they're just cutting right through us. Good save by Wooster. But as far as McDermott goes, if we do lose him in January, or when we do lose him in January, we'll get some money for him, hopefully, if I give him a new contract. And on the subject of minimum fee release clauses, quite a few signings we've brought in, we've had to give minimum fee release clauses to, because otherwise they wouldn't come in. Quite a few of them want to use Kings Lynn Town as a stepping stone to bigger and better things, which is fair enough. I mean, you don't want to be stuck at a club who could potentially be here. Gosh, I don't know how he didn't save that, so actually hold on to it. Some players just don't want to be stuck at a club like Kings Lynn Town, who'll be stuck in the National League if this is real life, or fighting down near the bottom. Hartlepool are all over us. I mean, I know Hartlepool are stronger than us anyway, and our squad is obviously yet to click, so I'm not going to panic just yet, as Mateo gets onto that ball very well. Ling, Mateo, first chance potentially. Bevan, not strong enough. It's okay. Ling. Oh, hello. Oh, it's Mateo! Oh, Mateo scores! I was wondering what Ling was doing. He was just waiting and waiting and waiting. He eventually half volleyed the ball back into the area. Have a look at this. He just waited. He just picked his spot with the outside of his right foot. And Mateo, the man's 6'4", in off the underside of the bar. That was near perfection. Ling, by the way. Oh, what an assist. Absolute quality he has. I think he's one of those players who doesn't have a minimum fee release clause, by the way, which is good news. Oh my god, be careful. Please do not give away a penalty. Bevan. Oh, is he? Oh, Omotayo is not going to get to that. I don't know where Coombs is, by the way. He's already on a yellow card after, what, less than 20 minutes. Don't know why he wasn't up there. He is showing as an inside winger, though. Should I just play him as a winger? Go on, Truman. Has Truman got ginger hair? Or red hair? Ooh, header's just over. But that's a very striking hair colour by Truman. I'll have to have a look at that after this match. I didn't realise we got ourselves a red head or ginger. It's rather striking. It looks ginger, actually, from where I'm sitting. Ling. Any more magic from you, Ling? Oh, not quite. Not quite. Maybe Coombs would be better off as a winger. I'm going to try and change him to that, see if that does make a bit of a difference. Give us a bit of an overload on the right-hand side. As Hartlepool, they keep having shots. Albeit it is quite far out. We are sitting on a lower line. So we can't really do much more than that. But we are asking the defence to just step up a bit more, just to try and cover that gap between the defence and the midfield. As Morgan Williams, well done to him. Omotayo, getting into space on the right-hand side. Have a shot, man. Or you can play it into the middle, into the middle, into the middle. Oh, Bevan. He could have had his first goal for the club. Lambert. Oh, just cleared. Go on, Ling. Can't fault his effort. Bevan's so close to his first goal for the club. I think that first goal, if he gets that today, or if he gets that sometime soon, that will help him settle in much, much quicker. Corner is cleared to Lavigne. Coombs plays it in. Doesn't beat a big head in the area. I don't know who that was. It was one of their players, though. Ball in. Oh, and Bevan just knocks it down for Lambert, and it is 2-1. Oh, it's disallowed. Oh, Bevan must have been offside. There are signs. There are good signs, though, which is positive. Oh, Coombs, you could have probably intercepted that. At the moment, very back and forth. We started the game very, very slowly, but we have since come into it, and Hartlepool have just taken the lead. I've just said the worst words that I could say when it is the opponent's highlight. But Hartlepool 2, Kingsland Town 1. It is good play by Hartlepool. Again, I have to remember they are going to be stronger than us. Good grief. Who was that defender-wise? That was Doherty. He did jump with him, but Oliver was just much taller. I'm going to assume he's much taller, because Doherty is 6'1". I don't know what their keeper is doing. Omotayo pressing him very well, by the way. Coombs. Haven't seen much from him in this game, but don't worry. It's the first game. We're still not clicking. We're still not clicking massively well at the moment. Oh, God. Almost a goal for Hartlepool there. We are getting carved apart a little bit. So what I am thinking, can we trap outside? If we invite crosses in, I mean, we can then hopefully clear them. I do have confidence in their ability. They've not been great, but they've not been terrible. Again, we've turned over a large number of the squad, so that is always going to be a consideration. Again, the squad's not clicked, and it probably won't click for some time, as Williams, my gosh, what are you trying to do, man? Took out his legs from behind. Are we on extended highlights or something? No, we're on key. We're getting a lot of highlights in this match. Saved by Worcester. As far as targets for the season goes, obviously the minimum is to avoid relegation. That's what the board have asked me to do as well. But as far as my own personal aims, I would like to see us finish at least mid-table, or even top half. I'm not going to say to lads, yeah, go and finish in the playoffs, because I think that's just unrealistic. If we end up in the playoffs, fantastic. Obviously ecstatic. But overall, I think that's probably a step too far, especially if we do lose any of our good players, McDermott, in January. I think that would be... In fact, speaking of McDermott, hold on. He's still on the bench, isn't he? Hang on. I do want to see him in this match. Williams is tired, so McDermott, he can play box-to-box, can't he? Yeah, he's a box-to-box man, so he can partner Truman. He can get some match fitness as well. Lavinier is on a yellow card. He's not having a good game, so Flannery is going to come on. I am still looking for another left back, by the way. So that will be something I'm going to focus on over the next few weeks. In fact, actually, not Flannery, Sullivan. Let's go and have a look at Sullivan. Oh, no, wait, I don't need another left back because Sullivan can play left and right back. That's Doherty. Yeah, there you go. Sullivan can play left and right back. Carbo can come on for Mateo. You know what, Carbo? I'm going to try something a little different. You're going to be my target forward, which is why I brought you in. But Mateo is going to be the deep line forward still. And Coombs, have we got... Where can Daly play? You can play up front. So where can Bevan actually... He can play right wing, can't he? You know what, Bevan? You're going to stay on, but Coombs is going to come off. Coombs is not having a good game anyway, which is a bit of a shame. Right, Mateo with the free kick. He doesn't normally take free kicks. Oh, maybe you should take him a bit more. He's just hit the post. Rattled it. In fact, we're out XGing Hartlepool, weirdly enough. I'll take that. Although what I would like to take is an actual goal for us. Ling with the throw-in. Carbo's dropping very, very deep, by the way. Hold up. Why is Carbo on the right-hand side? Carbo should be up front. Bevan should be on the right-hand side. Goodness me, the game messing me up. That's fine. If Hartlepool are having long ranges, then that's absolutely fine. Right, that should correct itself now. They're going right through the middle, by the way. We need to go around and into the wings. In fact, actually, they've... No wonder they're playing right through us. Ling, and this is something I talked about in yesterday's episodes, is trying with an inside wing back. Which Ling is going to be. He is someone who actually does cut inside. So that's what we're going to try. In fact, we'll try that with Sullivan as well. He can also play inside wing back. And we've got Lambert, who can play as a winger. We'll let him cut inside anyway. We're going to try and crowd out the midfield and just see how that works. I've just saw Bevan, by the way. He's on a 6.0. He's struggling out there. This is his debut. I'm not going to completely write him off just yet. Carbo, he's through here. Oh, he's hit the post as well. Oh, Mateo, you should have turned around. Bevan skies it. Oh, it's a corner, actually, so... Oh, Carbo, almost an instant hero there. I forgot to have us going attacking, by the way. There's like 6 minutes left. That's just all injury time. It is a free kick, though, to Hartlepool. Worcester, you've left a massive gap. It's fine, it's gone over. Oh, boy. This is a very, very tight game. And that's a good sign, actually. Again, Hartlepool, they're supposed to be better than us. Bevan, just struggling. He's just going to have to see out the game. I think we do have another substitute. But, yeah. Carbo, well done. That's all 6'6" of him getting to that ball. And Bevan... Oh... Bevan, you're probably going to have to set out the next match. And that's why we're trying to crowd out the midfield to try and not give him any space. Sullivan had cut inside to try and win us that ball. Didn't quite work because Hartlepool are through here. And that is, oh, thank goodness, another save by Worcester. He is certainly a good goalkeeper. He's kept us in this game multiple times today. But alas, I think it is going to be a 2-1 defeat, which is a shame, but not completely unexpected. We out-XG'd them just about as well. That's actually quite impressive, so trust the process and all that. Players making their debut, team not fully clicking, yet there are points there we actually did look half decent. Right, what we are going to do though, before the next match, I am going to play a few of the games off camera. Probably come back for around Southend or Fylde. Fylde, by the way, came up with us, yet somehow they're predicted to finish 4th. We're predicted to finish 13th now, so we've gone up in the season preview, but we'll come back for around the end of the month and hopefully maybe a couple more transfers to really strengthen our squad. So a few games later have been played and it's been pretty good form since the opening defeat of the season. 4 wins in the last 5, a bit of a blip against Gateshead, but It's okay, we're still getting used to things at this level, which means we are currently sitting 5th in the National League after 6 games. That's a pretty good start in my books. Like I said, it'd be great if we could do something more than just avoid relegation or even finish mid-table. Top half, I would be ecstatic with, just like I said earlier in the episode. Our next game is against Fylde, who are top of the league. And remember, Fylde are supposed to be, well, they're now predicted to finish in the top 3. They've just been promoted just like we have. In fact, actually, they came up through the playoffs. We had to beat them to the title last season. So this is a top of the table clash because we're only 1 point behind them, I think. Yeah, 1 point. It's pretty tight up there at the moment. Even Dorking. I think Dorking came up as well, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They're supposed to finish 17th, so they've had a barnstorming beginning to the season as well. So this is going to be the 11 that we are going to send out. It's still Worcester in goal, a back four of Lavigne, Doherty, Iweka and Sullivan, who's filling in at right back. More on Sam Ling in a moment. McDermott and Truman at the base in the midfield, Lambert on the left wing, Akweyi on the right wing. He's played 1 or 2 games for me so far. Physically very good. He's played a couple of games. He scored on his debut and got 1 assist as well. That's a good start in my books and in anyone's books as well. So here's hoping for more of the same from him today. Bevan and Omateo up front. Bevan, by the way, has started scoring goals after his disaster class on the open day of the season. 3 goals in the last 5. That will do. That will be a very, very good start. Omateo, on the other hand, has just carried on from where he left off last season. He scored 5 in the first 6. Impressive. Glad I gave him a new contract now. But we are away at Fylde. I have no idea what to expect from this game. And to be honest with you, I think both sides are just going to be very, very happy to be anywhere at the top right now. Granted, Fylde are predicted to be up there, so they're under more pressure than us. We're still figuring a few things out. We're still getting players into the team, rotating around a little bit. Not as much at the moment, but because of a few injuries, we've had to be forced into some rotation. And that brings me to Sam Ling. He is out with a lower back stress fracture. He did that in lifting weights in the gym. Poor guy. So he's now out for another, well, it's originally 3 months, but it's now another 2 months to 9 weeks. So unfortunately, he's going to be out till around November. Morgan Williams has also picked up an injury. I can't remember. Something to do with ligaments, I think. I actually can't remember. But he's out for 3 to 4 months. So he'll be back around the end of the year, which is a shame. Because that was a poor pass. And luckily, that was just as awful of a shot as well by Fylde. 6 minutes in and they've been all over us so far. I'm just going to shout some encouragement. But we have picked up those injuries. Hershey as well, our right winger, he also picked up an injury, but I think he's just come back now. Is he on our bench? Subs? No, he's not on the bench. Whoops. Although Daly, I've just realised we got 2 Dailies in the squad. One of them is our youth player, and I want to bring my attention to him very, very shortly because, what a knockdown! And Bevan with another goal. Omateo with another assist as well. I think actually that's his first assist of the season. I might be wrong in that, but it doesn't matter. Great work here. McDermott laying it off to Truman. The 2 midfield guys working well together. Omateo just knocking the ball down. Bevan with absolutely no one near him. All the space in the world. Places it bottom corner. 1-0 Kings Lynn Town after 20 minutes. Another one, Jake Coombs, who's had a slow start to life here at Kings Lynn Town as well. He's actually suspended. He missed the last match against Southend because he got sent off against Gateshead. And he's now been handed a further 2-match suspension, which is awkward, as absolutely no one was there. Oh, that's an own goal. Wait, what? How's that an own goal by Rhys Doherty? Okay. Fylde got the shot off. It looks like it ricocheted past Worcester. Worcester's just unlucky with ricocheted efforts, it seems. Ball is knocked back. Corden has a shot and... Okay, yeah, it took a massive deflection. Worcester might have saved that. In fact, I'm confident Worcester would have saved that, but unfortunately, he just got absolutely bamboozled there. And Omateo, how did Omateo not score that? Because it was a save, right, that's why. It's a corner. Come on, get Omateo on the end of this. I thought it was actually Mateo who got on the end of it, but no, it's Temi Iweka, his first goal for the club. How tall is this guy? I don't think he's even that tall. This ended up going to the back post. Everybody missed it. It just bounced off a Fylde player's head, and Iweka just knocks it into the bottom corner. It is 2-1 Kingsley Town, half an hour gone. Bit of fortune with that goal, but you could say we deserved it anyway because Omateo missed what looked to be an absolute sitter, but it worked out in the end, so I'll give him a pseudo assist. Lambert was actually the one with the assist there anyway. Iweka looks to have just given away a free kick, so 0-0 stuff right there. It is a free kick just outside the area, and good save by Wooster. Oh, he's a good keeper. He is a good keeper. So we got those. So we got 2 injuries. Ling and who else did I say? Corner is cleared. As far as Okoye, there he is. Ling and Williams are injured. Coombs is suspended for 2 matches, including this one. Nobody's up with Okoye. There is Lambert. Oh, Lambert just shoots over. Good driving though by Okoye. Absolutely fantastic. Where our strikers were, I don't know. Lambert swings in the corner. Oh, and it hits the post. I think that was on Mateo. It was on Mateo. He's come close to a goal today. There is Okoye on the corners this time. Not as good as Lambert, quite frankly. I would have left it with Lambert. There is the cross by Lambert, and it is just over. That was on Mateo again. He is coming closer and closer to another goal. He's already got the assist. He just needs the goal to go with it. A satisfactory first half. We have overall out XG'd Fylde. Absolutely deserved. Let's see if we can go and get the 3rd goal. That was just a poor pass straight from kickoff. Good grief, boys. There was one player I did say I wanted to bring some attention to, and that is one of our youth players, a certain Carl Daly. We may or may not bring him on. I think this is him. It's one of these two because there's 2 Dailies. I didn't even realise we had 2 Dailies on the bench. Okoye drives it into the area. Oh, just saved. That was going bottom corner. And it was just turned around for a corner, which apparently nothing came of because no highlight. But there is one of our youngsters who is looking very promising because ever since he's come up into the senior squad, he's been top of the training charts. In terms of ratings, he has been getting praised very, very well. Great header away by Iweka. And now the ball has been cleared to Omateo. Just waiting for Okoye to overlap, and there he is, Okoye. I'd like to see him make a pass. Oh, Bevan! He did make the pass, but Bevan just unlucky there. And Lambert with the shot. It is turned around for a corner. We are getting shots off. And Okoye, he is looking a handful at this level. I think he might be starting ahead of Coombs, even when he does come back. I mean, Okoye's got this game and he's got the next game anyway, because Coombs, he's going to be missing the Accrington match, which is up next for us. But certainly he's been looking very, very good. So has our entire front 4, which is always promising to see. We could do with that 3rd goal though. There is McDermott. Very quiet start for him so far, but he's ticking away in the background. He's ticking away. Oh, the ball ricocheted off the defender to Omateo. And now Omateo play the ball in. He crosses it in. There is Lambert, but he couldn't get to it. Lavigne on the left. McDermott. Lavigne crosses it in and not quite. The ball is cleared. Doherty, though, recycles possession. McDermott, poor pass. I expect better from a League 2 player. Oh, they've just switched the play in. Thankfully, absolutely nothing came of it. Right, 75 minutes gone, and there are some tired legs. McDermott is one of them, so Shokumbi is going to come on. I actually don't know. Has he even played a game for us? It won't actually show me, so he is a box-to-box. That's fine. That's exactly what he's going to be. And Lambert is tired, so in fact, this is a good opportunity to show Carl Daly, because this is the youngster. This is our 16-year-old from our youth academy. I've realised I didn't show the youth players that we got last season. I thought there'd be no point at this level, but Carl Daly's actually been impressing me. He has been impressing me a lot with the training and the improvement that he's been showing. So you know what? He can play as an inside forward. Is this the time to bring him in though? What about the Damari Daly? Screw it, I'm a risk taker. Carl Daly is going to make his debut on the left-hand side. He'll play as an inside forward. with Lavinia behind him. Carl Sullivan is tired. So Harmony Akumo, I have to say that name slowly by the way, Akumo, he has made his debut. He can come on for Sullivan. I think Bevan's on a yellow card. He has played well though. You know what, those are the only changes we're going to make for the moment, just those two. So Carl Daly, one of our youth players, is going to make his debut in a Kings Lynn Town shirt. Imagine if he becomes the hero. We're probably going to need a hero like that anyway. Bevan, he is on the left. There is Carl Daly, there is the man himself. Just keep it simple, no pressure, absolutely fine. Bevan. Oh, for goodness sake, I don't know why Mateo didn't make that run. He should have made that run through because there was plenty of space. Especially for Bevan to just slot one right through. XG-wise, we deserve the 2 goals that we've got so far. But I do think that we need one more at least. Let's have a look. Carbo is going to come on. Bevan is starting to tire just a little bit. In fact, Carbo is going to go as the target forward. That will just allow Carl Daly to just run past him effectively. He's got the acceleration. He's going to blitz most defenders probably at this level, which is always a good sign. And there's a few tiring players down here as well. Doherty is going to move out to left back. Lavinia will come on. Lavinia is going to go off. Victor Madu. He's going to come on for his debut. You just need to get some match fitness in some of these players. We've still got about 10 players overall. 8 outfield who have not got any game time whatsoever. They need the match fitness. But luckily, that is a victory against top of the table Filed, which is good. We've got one over on a fellow promoted side. Happy to see. That lifts us up to 3rd. Dorking atop. Very, very weird. It's still early in the season. A lot of teams are yet to actually kickstart their seasons, I'm going to guess. The likes of Yeovil, York are up there anyway. Filed are still thereabouts. It's going to be a long season, but we're 7 games in. Still a long way to go. And that means we are going to come back probably around October, November, especially when the FA Cup kicks off. Hopefully we'll get into the first round of the FA Cup. I mean, we need to. I mean, the money is... Well... Oh, we'll probably be about $1 million in debt by the time we come back. But October, November is when we will come back for the next episodes. So if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes of Unemployed to Legend and any other videos and shorts that come out on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, thank you for your support on the series so far, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.